I grew up in West Africa, Ghana, where I grew up in a 3-house village. Until I was 11 and a half years old, I didn't get to see a car. My mother brought me in search of a car to the biggest city in Ghana, which ended up bringing me across the sea with a ship, to Europe. I was 11 and a half years old. From there, my mother and I got separated, which caused me to live in the juvenile systems, detention centers. My path came across an American family that were working for the US government as a diplomat at that time, who found me worthy enough to adopt me, to be part of their family. By the time they finished it, I was 17 and a half years old.
Christian decided he wanted to come out to Utah. My brother had called. He said he would be living out here. We asked him if he'd had a job or what he would plan to. He didn't have any itinerary for him, so he encouraged us to check with Christian and see if he'd like to live with us, and that's what we decided to do. Obviously, education is important. Christian's education was important. He came with such barriers and such challenges with the language. I knew that if he was going to do anything in life, if he was going to make it, he would need an education.
I want to learn how to read. I want to learn how to write. I want my children one day believing in me, that at least I forced and I put myself in a place for them so that they can have a better future for them. First, when I came to UVU, I was very interested in criminal justice, and I wanted to, but I was feeling so bad and I wanted to quit. And so somebody suggested, why don't you just go to communication? So I was transferred to go see a communication counselor, and I didn't want to. I was just going to tell them I quit. I'm not doing this.
Well, he had a story to tell. And what better way than to go into communication, which is storytelling or communicating your ideas, your thoughts, everything else. And he had a lot to say. And so we talked about that, taking things like interpersonal communication, one-on-one with people, and public speaking, advanced public speaking. That's what he wanted to do. And so we talked about the degree, and that's what he chose to do, and it's going to serve him well.
When I walked in there and I got into the communication department, the people that I met, I owe every success to today. They let me know I matter. They cared about me, to pointing me to the right things that will help me to be successful as a student. And today, I work for Cisco, $62 billion worth company. As an enterprise account executive, I have only 70 accounts. UVU as a whole, as an organization, when you walk out of there with a dream, they bring it to life. They develop leaders, and they developed me.